is Juliana and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be doing a story time video, and this story is going to be about the time that I almost killed my dad. And I have a guest on the channel today. It's my little sister. She's going to help me tell the story because she lived it with me. So let's get right into it. So this was a Friday night, specifically Friday of last week. We were all sitting in our living room after my mom came home from work, and we were watching America's Got Talent
or Shark Tank.
Shark Tank. Something.
In the dark.
In the dark. Specifically, pay attention to that. We were in the dark. And we have to explain how our living room is set up so that you understand the story. We have one of those L-shaped couches, and so I was sitting in the seat closest to our door. So if I'm in the seat, our door is to our right.
I was in the farthest
seat away from the door. And in the middle of our living room we have an ottoman that's pretty large, so it takes up most of our living room. And in front of us would be our TV and our kitchen, and in our kitchen the lights were on. So these are minor details you may think, but it is actually very important to the story. So we were just sitting there chilling, watching our show, and all of a sudden, like, I heard like jingling, clanking sounds coming from this direction. And
I didn't hear any of it.
She didn't hear it, but I heard it. And I thought it was my cat. And my cat is known for dragging her collar around or just making a mess. So I was like, okay, this is just my cat making sounds upstairs. And so I ignored it and just chilling, watching TV with my family. And I heard it again, but this time it was a little bit louder. So I looked over to the door and was like, that's fishy. It sounds like it's coming from outside, but I must still ignore it because I'm dumb. And so I was watching TV, and out of the corner of my eye, I see it. Our door is opening. It's opening.
It was like, it wasn't just like boom, crash. It's open real fast. It was
like, you know, scary movies when the killer's coming for you? Yeah, exactly. It was one of those slow creaking open type of doors. And so I yelled, I screamed, and jumped up from my seat. You have to understand, I was in my seat, and I promise you I flew to like the other side of the room. I flew to the other side of the room, and I ran into the kitchen because that was my first instinct.
Me, still don't know what was happening. I look over at the door and it's still slowly opening, but you didn't see anybody coming out of it. So my mom, she slammed against the door and she locked both the top and the bottom locks. But the top, we don't ever lock that when it's nighttime because my dad works the night shift, so he has to come home and he has to open the door by himself because all of us are sleeping. But the bottom lock doesn't open from the outside. You have to open it from the inside. So
yeah, basically only half of our door was locked. Like, I don't know if this is a common thing that everybody has, but like, you know those locks that have like the top and the bottom? Yeah, so that's all our lock is. So yeah, so in the kitchen, I'm in the kitchen now. They're doing whatever they're doing in the living room. I can only hear them like talking and yelling. And I go and I grab two knives. Like, not like, you know, butter knives. I'm gonna butter my toast.
One was a butcher knife, and then with the other was just like
a regular like stabby knife, I guess. I don't, like, you know those ones that you cut meat with, like steak or whatever, when you're about to grill it, those types of knives. So I grabbed two of those, and I'm just kind of standing there thinking to myself, like, okay, I have two knives in my hand, and now I'm gonna have to kill a real human being, a living, breathing person. I'm gonna have to kill them. And how am I gonna explain to the police, like, I just stabbed a person? Like, I understand they were an intruder, but I don't, like, want them to, like, think I was lying, or, like, I just killed a person. Like, that was, like, the first thought. Like, I didn't think, like, I'm about to protect my family. I was like, I'm gonna have to explain to the police that I just stabbed a person. And that was my biggest fear. So, like, as I'm grabbing these knives, I'm calling my dad. Like, don't ask me why my first instinct was to call.
Idea.
Okay, don't ask me why that was my first instinct, but that was my first instinct, was to grab my phone and call my dad. So I'm like on the phone with my dad and like telling him like, oh my gosh, Dad, someone's trying to break in the house. Like, the door came open and like, I'm super scared. Like, what do you want us to do? And like, when he answered the phone, he was like, oh my gosh, I'm at work. Like, what do you need? Like, I'm really busy right now. And I was like, I'm sorry, like, someone's breaking into the house. And I was just telling him the story, and he sounded, like, distraught and concerned. So I was like, oh my gosh, he, like, what is he supposed to do? He's at work. And he was like, you should call 911. And so I walked into the living room, and, like, I'm trying to tell, like, my family members.
Me and my brother, we had a bat. We both had bats in our hands, like, we were ready.
They were ready to swing. And, what was Mom doing?
Mom was sitting on the couch. She was, like, on her phone and everything. Like, everything's all right. I was like...
She didn't seem concerned. She was sitting on her phone, and I think she also got up to do the laundry. Like, thanks, Mom. We'll defend you. We're your children, but we'll defend you. Thanks for shutting the door. And, what'd she say to you guys?
She was like, why are you guys scared? Like, it's okay, the door's locked now. But then you heard, like, someone trying to open the door still. Like, you heard the little ding, 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 ding. And then you heard knocking, and then they were ringing the doorbell. So we were like, no, Mom, someone's trying to get in. And she was like, okay, call 911. So my sister, we were like, okay, call 911, Juju.
Yeah, so I was still on the phone with my dad, and... So I was like, Dad, help us. Like, we're going to die, and your family's here. We're going to die, and you're just going to be all alone. And I don't really remember what he was saying, because I was too concerned trying to understand what they were trying to tell me to do. And so we all hid, like, behind a wall. So, like, if we're standing behind this wall...
You can't see. The person coming through the door can't see us.
Can't see you. So, like, we could have scared the person or whatever. But... Yeah, and at this point in time, someone was, like, pounding on the door. They were, like, really trying to get in, and they were, like, really, like pulling on the door, and we were, like... At this point in time, it sounded like they had unlocked the door again. Like, they had unlocked the bottom lock, and our bolt was, like... They were really trying to break down the door, and we were, like, really scared. And at this point in time, Mom was, like...
She was, like... She looked at the door because there's like a little window above the door.
Yeah, like above, like on the door, but like above it. So like in the door, but higher than you can see.
So she was like, wait, don't call 911, stop. And we just all stared there and looked at her, and she started getting up and walking to the door. We were like, what are you doing? You're about to kill us all, and you're going to be the first shot. And she was like, it's Dad, calm down. And we were like... Mom, if you open this door, we are all dead. Like, do you know that? You know that, right?
So she walks away, and she leaves us there. Like, she's laughing, kind of like shaking it off. And so I tell my siblings, okay, we're going to go to the door. And in the little window peephole thing, whoever this is like waving their hand
signals. They would like
gang signs, like thumbs up and peace signs and whatever else. Like, oh my goodness,
like, okay.
The robber wants to be friendly. Like, he's just letting us know, hey, welcome, I'm the robber, and I'm just gonna rob you, so let me in. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, this is really not okay. So I walk up to the door, and I'm like, if this isn't Dad...
She yells through the door.
Yeah, I'm, like, yelling through the door. If this isn't Dad...
You're about
to just die. You're about to really die. And... You have to understand, we were like, this all happened in the dark. Like, our living room lights were off. Our kitchen lights were on. So, we were in the dark, so we were really gonna die. So we get behind the door. So, like, you know how you can open the door towards you? So we, like, got toward, like, behind the door. So we'd open it and be behind the door. So we opened it, and all of a sudden, we came to the realization.
It was a family member. It was our dad.
It was my dad. He just thought it was funny to pull this, like, little prank on us to, like, teach us that we need to lock both the top and the bottom of the door, I guess, or I don't even know the point of why he did that.
He saw us with the bats and the knives. He was like, boy, you wasn't gonna do nothing with that stuff. He was like...
I was like, Dad, what do you mean? Like, I was getting ready to have to stab a human being. I was going to end someone's life. And he's just laughing. And I was like, Dad, why are you laughing? Because it would have been you. Like, had I just been ready to start swinging, you would have been the one dead. And then I would have had to explain to the police I stabbed my dad on accident. Because I thought he was a rock.
Accident.
I guess not on accident. But, like, I was being serious. Like, I thought he was a robber. And he just thought it was the funniest thing, and he kept asking, like, why'd you call me? Why didn't you call 911? I don't know.
That was our question.
I don't know why I called my dad to inform him, I guess, that, like, oh, we almost just died. But my dad knows now that we're serious. We'll take on any robber. Just let me know if you're going to come around my house. Just know that we are prepared. We have our, like, you know how you can have disaster plans with your family? Our disaster plan, it's in place.
We didn't even think of it. We were just like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, like, you know how you think, like, oh, my siblings wouldn't, like, protect me? No, we banded together.
We all came up as a family. Our family, we don't hang out a lot together as one family. So it was like, it was nice to see everybody just, like, having something ready to kill this person. And, like, if we went to jail, we would all went to jail.
Together.
Except my mom.
Except my mom. She would have been dead because she just wanted to open the door. So, yeah, just letting you know that that was a very scary experience. If you've ever had someone try to break into your home or have had someone break into your home, I really feel for you, because I know that I was genuinely scared. Like, not once in my mind did I think that it wasn't someone trying to break into my house. Like, it was my dad. Like, I never once thought about that. I don't know if you thought. Like, she was really about to cry. Like, she was
my mom said, call 911. I was like, this can't be happening. I was like, someone's coming.
Yeah, so, like, it was something real. It was very, very scary. So, that, in conclusion, is the story of how we almost killed my dad because he thought it was a joke. So that is the story about how we almost killed our dad. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed filming. It was really fun to tell the story. I mean, after it happened, of course. Make sure to like and subscribe down below, because we will always have more stories to tell. We have lots of things that happen all the time to us, and I'd love to share them with you guys. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!